Hi, I want to talk to you today about anger in children and when children are out of control. I'm talking about preschool children. I used to be a behavior specialist for preschool children ages 2 to 6 years old. So this series is going to be about how to handle anger in children. Okay, so children can only express their anger in two ways, either physically or emotionally, right? Because they're not going to have the proper words to tell you that they're angry. And oftentimes, if a child does not know how to handle their anger, which they typically don't, and if they get really, really angry, some of them are out of control. And when I say out of control, I mean they're throwing temper tantrums. They're throwing themselves all over the floor. They're breaking things. They're throwing things. They are screaming, okay? So it's up to you as the parent to help them get back in control, okay? And oftentimes parents help their child get back into control the wrong way. And when I say wrong way, I mean the parent becomes angry because the child is angry. Then you have two angry people. And then if you don't have control over your anger, then you end up beating your child, locking your child in their room, or something that is going to harm the child and make things worse, instead of teaching the child how to handle their anger. So I'm going to show you how to teach your child to handle their emotions, their anger, okay? Because anger is normal, it's natural, but what we choose to do with the anger is the problem, okay? Now, first of all, you need to make sure you have a grip on your own anger. And if you have some anger problems, then you certainly don't need to be disciplining your child, because people that have anger problems, unresolved issues, they have a tendency of taking out their anger on their children and abusing them. Okay, so if you think that you are one of those parents, you're not alone, because there are a lot of parents who do not know how to handle their child's anger. They think that they need to restrain their child or hit their child to make their child calm down. But really what you are teaching your child is whenever they're angry, they're going to feel pain or they're going to be in trouble. Well, like I said, anger is a natural emotion. It's just what you choose to do with the anger can be a problem. So if you know that you have anger issues yourself, then you need to get things under control yourself before you inflict pain and abuse on your own child. Okay, so there's some things that you can do whenever your child is upset, and one of them is redirecting them. So you don't want to focus on their anger. You want to redirect them away from their anger, because you're not going to be able to tell your child, stop that, don't do that, because they're reacting to something that's bothering them. So what you want to do is you want to redirect them away from the anger. And what you can do is you can say, hey, look, let's go. You can grab some paper, wad up some paper, newspaper, wad it up. Say, I'm really angry. You can start doing this in front of them, and they're going to think like, wow, this is so funny. What's my mom doing? And then they're just redirected, right? Go get a piece of paper, crumble it up, and throw it, right? You're not harming anything. You've got a piece of newspaper or a piece of printer paper, writing paper, crumble it up and throw it, okay? You get many of them, and then just keep throwing them, and then you give your child some paper, and they start crumbling up and throwing it. And then before you know it, you have redirected that child, and you have taught that child to do something constructive with their anger, okay? Because right now your words are not going to help them, because they don't really understand your words. They're not going to understand when you say, don't do that, stop acting that way. So you're going to redirect them. You're going to show them something positive, something productive. Okay, or you can get some Play-Doh, clay, and you can start pounding it. Pounding it, pounding it, pounding it, pounding it. And that helps get their frustration, physical frustration out, because when you know that when you get angry, your body tenses up, your body wants to do something, Okay, so the paper, the Play-Doh, or you can teach them how to breathe, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And what you can do is you can say to them when they're angry, I have a birthday cake. Here's my birthday cake. Can you blow out the candles? So you pretend that you have a birthday cake. And kids love imaginary play, right? So you can say, I have a birthday cake. Can you blow out the candles? There's a candle here for you. And you put the cake, the piece of cake, in front of them. And they're like 3, 4, 5 years old. Can you blow out the candle? And you put it in front of them, and they will instantly go like that. And so you've already directed them away from their anger. You've directed them away, and you've given them something else to do, and you've taught them something else. Instead of, go to your room, don't be angry, stop screaming. So you have maintained your calmness, you have showed them something else to do, and you have directed them away from their temper tantrum, their emotional upset, and their anger. So those are 3 things that you can do with your or 4 things really: wadding up the paper, pounding on the clay, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and blowing out the candle. So I hope that helps, and until next time, bye-bye.